Hi, I'm Dr. Gax Perry. I want to share some things with you here that may come as a surprise to you. I just came back from another city in Texas, went there on an invitation to go speak, this time not about relationships but about COVID. And so I found out that there is a lot of information that I took for granted that people don't really know, but which, if shared again, will make this more insightful and more appropriate because now people know that there's some things going on. And I want to refer to one person here, Shi Zheng Li. I have a book here, COVID-19 Physician Treatment Strategies. Again, that's the book. And it's not on Amazon. It's on iTunes and Barnes and Nobles. And the book is a very, very good one for you if you want to know a lot more about what's been going on since the beginning of COVID-19. Well, something about Shi Zheng Li, who is also called the Chinese Bat Woman. There is something so degrading to humanity that was done through her work. And I need to share that with you. It's important to understand this stuff or science, so-called, that was done because it borders on the abomination and dehumanizing in nature. So Shi Zheng Li in 2004 started digging through the feces of bats looking for a deadly virus. She did find one eventually. Here's what I want you to know. Picture yourself, you got home sometime today and you find a plumbing department in your house and you ask them, what are you looking for? Why are you here? They say, we've come to take your feces. We want to dig through your feces hoping to find something, some virus or some bacteria, something we can use to hurt the human race. How decadent is that? You can agree with me that that will be falling beneath humanity to do such a thing. Now, you got a surprise. If people went digging through human feces looking for something deadly, it's bad enough. It's degrading to that person enough. And if you now say, instead of looking through your feces, they look through the feces of the animals that you eat, like cows and chickens and goats, that's another lower level compared to the level of digging through human feces. You're digging through cow feces looking for something to hurt humans with. That's a second, even lower decadent level. More decadent than digging through human feces. How about this? In the book of Leviticus 11, I have a Bible here. In the book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verses 13 through 19, God lists 20 animals that he said are an abomination. To eat them is an abomination. And God created the microbiome of those animals. So he knows what we shouldn't eat better than we do. And there were 20 animals. This animal from verses 13 to 19, 7 verses. The animal called bats are not listed in the first verse, the second verse. So out of those 20 flying animals, the bats are the least, the 20th of 20. And God said, eating is an abomination. So if digging through human feces looking for a virus or bacteria, something to harm human beings, is degrading and bordering on the insane, how about digging through cows' feces or rabbit feces or chicken feces? That's even more degrading. Now, if you're digging through the list of animals that God said don't eat, and you went to the lowest of that animal list, meaning bats, how low have you sunk looking for something to harm the human race? That's how low these people have sunk. And they now took the virus from that bat's feces, super engineered it, created the spike protein, mRNA from it, and are now injecting it into others through the same mRNA and calling it the vaccine. Now, the level of decadence to which some people who have sold themselves out to wickedness will demonstrate is quite significant, and it's horrible. I want you to always remember what happened with the swine flu when 400 people had Guillain-Barré syndrome after about 40 million people were injected with the swine flu vaccine in 1976. The whole vaccination program was stopped. But now, it's not 400 people that have Guillain-Barré syndrome. It's more than 20,000 people dead from the vaccine. Temporal relationship based on the time factor. And there is a multiplier of 40 to 44. So even if you take 28,000 people dead from the vaccine, at this point, there should be no need for any vaccine exemption because we've seen enough people die from the vaccine. So it should now be an option if you want it or not. We also know, if you've taken any of my online courses, you see all the data there, all the research findings. There should be no vaccine mandates anymore in any civilized establishment. I say that, and I can stand by it anytime, any day. And this is Dr. Gaxton appearing. Have a wonderful day. I just left another city in Texas with a phenomenal group of people who were hearing some things. Maybe for the first time they've heard some other things. And the truth of it is, no matter what the plan is, if you want to bring in the Antichrist, go ahead and bring him in. God will rapture his church right before your eyes. All I can tell you is, if you're a Christian, stay on God, watch and pray. Because when you think not, the Lord will descend from heaven with a shout. Have a wonderful day.